The views or opinions expressed in this presentation are those of the participants and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Westman Communications Group or its employees.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the KC Chronicles.
The KC Chronicles. Wow.
Episode 43.
Right.
Episode 43.
So we filmed 2 technically last week.
Yeah, we did kind of the part 2 to Earth Day.
Bothering me. I changed my earrings and they were...
She changed her earrings and they look fabulous.
Fabulous.
I have no earrings, so don't look at me.
Get some.
Guess
Next episode, we pierce Cullen's ear at home.
You ever see like
with
those,
a potato and an ice cube pen?
Oh, look like some of those people that you see that have just like there's so many piercings that like their ears are practically like sagging and falling off.
Yeah, mine aren't that bad.
Well, it's a slippery slope. You start with like one on your earlobe and then all of a sudden,
I've got 7 in this ear and 4 in this ear.
It's a little uneven. You should swap the piercings. Like basically like take the piercing hole and just.
I don't think I could do that. No, and the only reason I have 7 on one ear and 4 on the other is because I went to get these ones done and they had like a special where it was like 3 piercings for this much and it's piercer's choice. So the piercer looks at your anatomy. You can tell them what you absolutely don't want, but they look at your anatomy of your ear and they pick 3 that go best with your ear. So that's why I have the conch, the tragus, and the rook on this side because I got them all at once.
I didn't expect to be
at Warlock Tattoo in Brandon.
I did not expect to be educated like that right at the beginning, but thank you for that.
It was only like $120 for like 3 piercings, which those piercings are the expensive ones. And she basically just looks at your ear and she's like, these ones would look nice. And I told her I didn't want an industrial. I have a helix, so I can't get an industrial anyway, which is okay. So then she's like, yeah, these would look best. This is what we're going to do. But I've had the jewelry. I've had these for like 2 years now, but I finally changed the jewelry. I was nervous to change it. But the more you know. Now they're gold, except for one of them. But
yeah, for the start of this episode, I didn't expect such an educational lesson on piercings. But we're not talking about piercings today. Hi everybody. Once again, I'm Cullen.
Kenzie. I feel like we're so past introducing ourselves.
Well, we should do it.
But we haven't done it in a while.
It's courteous.
If
you haven't seen it, like any of our 42 other episodes, but
and you don't know who we are.
Yeah, you don't know who we are. But it's Friday. It is.
How's your week been?
That's been.
My ear's itchy.
It's been up and down. Yeah. Jets won game 2 on Monday. They embarrassingly lost game 3 last night. So we're already kind of crashing and burning. Yeah. The rest of my life has just been kind of average. So I'm just kind of like, I will say the weather. Whew.
Finally.
May is almost on the way.
We were supposed to get snow. We didn't, but my parents got snow. My mom sent me a picture and she's like, this is what we woke up to. The snow was like up to the deck.
I think we got a little bit of a dusting.
It all was melted in the same day.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we got rain at the same time, so it all melted.
Pretty much. But we're kind of entering into I think honestly, this is my favorite kind of seasonal time of year, like that kind of early May to about late June where it's hard to describe. It seems like Mother Nature kind of like, this is like that part, like that period where she wakes up, you know, like the air it feels the most fresh before all the forest fires kind of get bad, like in the middle of summer, and then the air kind of gets hazy and kind of toxic. But when the air is fresh, everything becomes green, it becomes warm. It's like my favorite time of year because it's perfect because it's warm, but it's not hot.
Yeah.
And rain is still consistent before like July and August where things get droughty. So
Droughty.
So weather great, Jets up and down. Rest of my life average. How about you?
We were talking about this before.
We talked about this for quite a while.
Y'all, a week. So started planning. We had the Monday off, which was nice.
Yes.
And then Tuesday, I was building our last ever Westman this week. And then Wednesday, I went to physio and I went and did all that. It was my anniversary with my boyfriend. We had been dating a year. And so he's like, I'm going to take her to the keg. I've never been to the keg. Nice place, like nothing against it, but I got food poisoning.
That's it's honestly so awful
bad.
for your first time.
Yeah,
that is
and
so awful.
And Connor feels so bad because he's like, I am so sorry I took you there. I'm like, how could you know? Like, stuff happens.
Happens.
But yeah, so I was not feeling good Wednesday night, and then Thursday, which was yesterday, I was
The dam broke.
out. Like we were doing Westbound this week, and when we did two separate shows, like an election preview show and Westbound this week. I did Westbound this week, and then I was like, Connor, I'm tapping you in. I can't do it anymore. I was like, I cannot sit here.
Sub.
I was like, I cannot sit here and do this for another like 20, 30 minutes. I was like,
so Kenzie's kind of still under the weather.
I'm still not feeling great, but I got water in my Westman mug.
But she's better. Is that fair to say?
Better than yesterday.
She's
I'm still not
yesterday.
feeling my best, but better than yesterday.
Better than Wednesday night and yesterday. So
Yeah.
that's an improvement.
But like it was nice. They gave us free dessert and stuff. Like
Kind of sours it, because
Yeah,
it's
I
like
was
it's a nice occasion. It's like anniversary. You get free desserts, but then all of a sudden,
and, oh my god, I was like, I got sick from it.
your
Like
guts are just like panic, alert,
yeah.
death.
Yeah, so I had to go physio today right before we started filming this, and I wasn't sure if my stomach was gonna hold out throughout the appointment because they put me on traction at the end of my physio
Right.
for 10 minutes. I am chained to a bed for the last 10 minutes of my physio. So if I was like gonna be sick, it was not gonna end well.
When you word it like that,
Well, I was.
I'm chained to a bed.
Not that, but like they put these like bands on you.
Yeah.
And like it chains to the top, and then
Yeah.
it chains to the machine, and like pulls me apart. Luckily,
It's worded a little dodgy.
it's hard to explain. You have to see it. But yeah, so if I was gonna be sick at all throughout that period of time, I was like, this ain't gonna end well. Luckily, I made it through. Didn't get sick.
Are you absolutely sure you're going to physio and not to someplace else?
Yes, I'm going to physio.
Okay, just had to be
Speaking
sure.
of physio, I have a certain amount of appointments that were covered by MPI.
Right.
I only have 7 more left, which means I'll be done physio in like a month.
You say that like that's a good thing.
Well, it is because my back's getting better, and I'm
Oh, okay, well then,
gonna
good.
be done physio. I'm
That's
gonna
good.
be pretty much healed.
So there's some downs in the valley, but there's some ups. So I
Yeah.
think that's worthy of a good job.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I also have my last day of classes ever.
That's
today,
right. So we're taping this again, like we said,
On April 25th.
on Friday. So yeah, technically.
Final day of classes, and then I have the election show on Monday, and then I start my practicum on the
Which
5th.
we're doing a promo for this, but we should actually just take some time to talk about it now because we're going to try and get this episode uploaded today.
Yeah, you'll see on our Instagram and our TikToks that there will be another promo that we're filming today for it because it is a big thing that's happening on Monday, April 28th. And if you don't know, or if you
Are not from Canada.
we have an election on the 28th.
The 2025 federal election
election.
is taking place on Monday, April 28th. And
Advanced polling was last weekend.
yeah, I forgot to go
So
do
some
that.
people have already voted.
I forgot to do it.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to vote on advanced polls, and I won't be able to vote on election night because I will be working
Just got to do it like first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. But sorry.
Sorry, if you haven't seen, there was been a promo going around on our channel. It's about the election. I made that promo, by the way. Just saying. But if you don't know, WCGTV is partnering with Assiniboine College to do an election night coverage show.
Yeah, and we should say it's primarily focused locally within the Brandon, Souris,
Riding Mountain and Porter's Lisgar.
those three ridings.
Those ridings,
Pretty
but-
much all of the Westman, southwestern Manitoba. There will be, I think, a little bit of federal coverage, but we're mainly delegating it to just a local politics. So Kenzie, being from the Assiniboine, well, you're kind of from both sides. It's kind
Yeah,
of
I
unique,
am
but
from
you're
both sides.
primarily from the Assiniboine College side of
Side of
things. You're gonna be
I'm going to be the director, so everything you see happening, I will be the one telling everybody to do it.
bossing everybody around.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And I have the added benefit of being from the WCGTV side solely. I'll be one of the hosts.
In the studio itself.
Yeah, so there's going to be several
There's
hosts.
many hosts.
There's many hosts, many panelists.
There's 3 hosts on our end, plus guest commentators.
Yeah. I'll be taking part in, I don't want to spoil it too much, but basically I'll be taking part in with my Roundtable Battlefield partner, Kevin. We're going to be doing, we're going to be kind of like the equivalent of like a commercial break
Yeah.
We're going to be doing, like, we're basically just going to be chatting about federal elections, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. We might do some predictions of who might win what province, who might win the most seats from the provinces. Just putting a little more of a federal twist on it, while you guys are, and what the students are doing, they're primarily doing almost exclusively local.
We will be, I know we will be doing federal stuff as well. Like, not like, we don't have any writing profiles for federal because nobody's going to go out and get
but
any
just
videos
general
of Pierre.
results and seat counts and
We
whatnot.
do have some graphics for Pierre's writing, Carney's writing, and Singh's writing.
Yep.
So there is some federal stuff, but we do focus a lot on local writings. We have some students we sent out to make local writing profiles, which you will see.
right.
The writing profiles, I think the ones we have are also in the election preview show that you should see today or tomorrow, I believe.
Something like that.
We did make a promo show yesterday. Yesterday? I don't know what day it is anymore. So there's a lot of fun stuff happening around this. We hope you'll tune in and watch. Even if you just want to see Cullen here, every half hour he will be showing up for about like 5 to 7 minutes, I believe, something like that.
Between 5 and 10 minutes. That's what we're
Yeah.
thinking about. But yeah, so Monday, April 28th, 7:30 p.m. we go live on YouTube. The YouTube channel is WCGTV. You can go there and you can take part. And if you want a break from CBC or CTV and you want to have something that's local, produced by
students
by students and moi.
Well, you're not really producing it. You're just yapping.
I'm actually the talent.
I was supposed to be a producer for this until Murray took over that role because he really wanted me to produce it because I produced the 2024 American election radio show.
But in fairness, I think having the title of director is almost better because like when you see a movie, are you looking in the credits for the producer? No, you're looking for the director. The director's name goes right on the front. So I think director is probably better for you.
Yeah, we have some wonderful student hosts.
Yes.
So, and we just picked the best we could with everybody. Everybody is good at what they do, but we chose who we thought would fit the roles the best.
And actually, right here, got a nice.
Yeah, you'll see
nice
the
cover for
little
you.
information.
Federal election 2025 live. It will be live, people. So if we screw up, you'll know.
But YouTube,
April 28th, 7:30 p.m.
Don't miss it.
WCGTV.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Well, we're going to have fun. It's going to be a learning experience for the college students, especially. So
I think we're planning about around a 3-hour show. Roughly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I heard. 2.5 hours.
3
because
hours.
I think almost all the polls are closed by about 9 o'clock
Pretty much.
Central Time, 9:30.
Yeah, we've got some air to fill beforehand. We've got some stuff to do before the polls close.
Yep.
But once the polls close, it'll be strictly like results.
Yep.
And we kind of lucked out a little bit because we already know possibly what's going to happen. So we've got like graphics made for every situation, but we kind of know which way things are going to lean, especially in our ridings.
There are some ridings around where we are in Canada where, let's just be totally honest, you can kind of predict who's going to win, but again, that's the beauty about politics. There can be upsets.
And the cool thing about our show is we're going to have people live out in the field.
That's right.
So this is something that has never been done on not on Westman it may have, but like on Westman This Week or anything done by ACC or AC. We've never done that before. So we are going to have people out on location in Portage. We're going to have people out in Brandon talking to the leaders of their respective ridings. And once whoever wins, we'll have, like, in each riding, not each riding, but in some of the ridings, we'll have people out there interviewing them. So you will see some live footage of people out in the world interviewing people as they win.
So you can really expect, like what you see on like I said, CBC or CTV.
But made from students.
You can expect that, but it's made from students. And it's for, grades, but it's also for the love of producing content and keeping it local. So if that sounds like that might be up your alley, even if you're not even from Canada, shout out to everyone watching abroad.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us.
Yeah.
So we'll see you April 28th, Monday, 7:30.
Yeah. Let's get into today's topic.
We have spoken a long time. So yeah, today's episode, literally, it's Friday. We decided let's just have another fun one, another chill one.
It's also nice to do a nice chill fun one right before the election, keep things light and airy.
Because the next couple days are going to be very busy for us, so we need to kind of keep it easy. But after that, once your classes are done, we have
lots and lots planned.
Some studio episodes that have some more prep, some more fun.
Some planning to do. And then, of course, the second May hits, travel episodes. We're getting out of this studio and we're going to go outside and get some sunshine. I am dying. Heck yeah.
Dying for it, but
I'm so
excited. We have to stay patient because we have a whole list of stuff around the Westman area that we want to go to, and
I start my practicum in May.
Right.
So while we are out on these travel shoots, I'm bringing my actual camera because I want to take some pictures.
Yeah, if you remember from some of our travel episodes from last summer, we had like little montages of like some B-roll or some photos. The photo side of it is gonna ramp up.
Yeah, because I'm gonna bring my camera. I'm gonna take so many photos. It's gonna be so fun.
And while we're still in the planning phases, we might have 2 camera people that might be following us around, not exclusively just one. So
we'll have some angles. It's gonna be so good.
The production's going up, and we are very excited.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have rambled enough. Simple as that. You've read the title, This or That.
It's kind of like Would You Rather.
Would You Rather, but with different wording and more alliteration.
We kind of just wanted something fun. It's getting to the point where we're at the end of the school year, and everybody's just kind of loosey-goosey.
This time was busy last year as well. We couldn't do too many episodes, but once May, June, July roll around, we're going to be pumping this stuff out. So
and my birthday's coming up.
That's right. You're going to be 20.
So we will do an episode on that. Since my birthday's on a weekend this year, we're going to do it before or after my birthday. We haven't planned it yet, but that will happen.
Do you want to know what day of the week my birthday is? A Monday. The worst day ever. I might take the whole week off. We'll
Birthday week.
Birthday week. No.
Anyway.
So
we're gonna ask this or that.
So we're just gonna have some fun today. So thankfully I have all these kind of like divided into like different topics.
Okay.
Kind of like there's like themes with all these. We'll do like a couple from like each theme and then move on to like the next thing. So first thing we're gonna start.
Colin's not good at English today, guys.
It's not English. It's Friday.
Tally counter of every time he messes up a word.
Take a shot.
Take a shot. Do a dance every time he messes
do it.
up.
Actually, yeah. Don't drink. Do a dance.
And if you're gonna drink responsibly.
No, but I like them. I like the idea of saying do a dance because if someone is watching this like while they're on the metro, they gotta start busting a move on the metro in a cramped space. Anyway, lifestyle and daily life. That's the first one.
You're gonna pick which ones
I'll just pick some random ones.
Pick some random ones.
Early bird or night owl?
Oh, I'm a night owl. I am so bad at getting up in the morning.
I am the exact same. I don't know how people get up before 9 a.m.
I'm like at the point where I'm like
struggling.
I'm becoming an adult, right? Like I'm graduating college, so I'm like, but if I get a job where I don't have to wake up early, this will be great.
I've been an adult for several years now, and even when I was a kid, when I was like a little kid full of energy, 7 a.m. waking up for school. Oh,
I will put the latest alarm I can wake up while still giving myself time to lay in bed and get ready.
For me, it's not late. I usually spend about the first 20 minutes laying in bed.
Yeah.
But I give myself like the maximum amount of time. The minimum amount of time that I can lay in bed
get ready.
And I can reasonably get up, get dressed, eat, and all that. So
so I'm like, I always put the latest alarm I can with still having enough time to like lay in bed for a little bit and get up and get ready.
Look, there's something peaceful about the nighttime. Sure, night and like darkness can be scary, but there's something just nice about being in the night. Like sometimes in the summer, I like just sit out on my back porch and just. The serenity of all the crickets.
Nighttime walks are nice too. I mean,
don't even get me started. Especially in the summertime when it's like, it's like 13 degrees.
I mean, personally, I feel more comfortable doing that in my hometown, like where my parents live. But like,
because that's where like nobody lives.
Nobody's gonna kidnap me or anything.
Nothing happens in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, except for snow, apparently.
True.
Anywho.
Okay. I'll let you take over this one because I can't answer this one. Coffee or tea?
Coffee. I drink both. I'll preface this by saying I do drink both, but I prefer coffee. I just like the taste more than some teas. Some teas are good. Like I really like peppermint teas, or like there's this one that I have that's like chocolate mint or something. Like it's really good tea. But be a basic tea. I don't know why. I just can't get behind it. But I can like drink like flavored like fruity teas. Like I've got like some fruity teas. But most of the time I'll pick coffee because I enjoy the taste of coffee more than I do tea.
For me, it's neither. We've been over this several times.
Tea is good for you though.
Tea is good for you. And look, tea is not nasty, but it's not my go-to. I don't really like warm water. I like ice cold water just as a start.
Iced tea is good though. Like I've had
yeah, but I like brisk iced tea. They dump a ton of sugar in it.
But my favorite way to do like iced fruity tea is really good. Like if you have a fruity tea and then you ice it, it's so good. The other one that I like is chai tea. I will drink it warm or cold. It's so good.
And one thing I will say, coffee tastes like hot booty. It tastes awful.
He really doesn't like coffee, I guess.
I hate coffee. I don't get it. No amount of cream or sugar will make me go.
Have you ever tried flavored cream?
Yeah, flavored cream. That'll probably be the only way that you can get me to like it, but still, I don't like coffee.
I usually drink it with French vanilla or hazelnut creamer.
And I have some beef with coffee because, let's be honest, most adults are like, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. I can't function without my coffee. That sounds like acceptable legal addiction. I don't want to get addicted.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, next question.
Hey, everyone, to all my homies out there, water. Drink water. If you haven't I know you haven't drank enough water today. Go drink some water.
Or Cullen's gonna show up outside your window and be like, "Drink your water."
Dun, 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 dun.
Just imagine,
water.
imagine Cullen in your window saying, "Water."
Don't imagine that, please don't.
And if you don't want that to happen, drink your water. He knows.
Solo travel or group travel?
Okay. For me, it could go either way because it depends on where I'm going.
I suppose.
But like, okay, in my like driving back and forth home and back, I absolutely hate driving by myself. You know?
It's boring.
It's just so boring. Like I can listen to music for a little bit and then I just get bored and then I'm like, I start talking to myself. I sound like a crazy person.
Oh, I do the same too. It's okay.
But like I hate driving long roads by myself.
Podcasts. Just podcast documentaries. Just get YouTube Premium. Just get a bunch of podcasts.
I just feel so lonely in the car by myself. Like especially when I'm driving like long distances, I'm just like,
can you buy like a giant stuffed teddy bear and like buckle him into the passenger seat and like give him a name?
okay, funny story.
Wait.
I was gifted a big teddy bear once in my life. And when I was in high school, we had to make a music video. And so I was in this group. We did Our Song by Taylor Swift. And nobody else wanted to be in the video. So it was just me in this music video. But like the song's a coupley song. So we had to figure out like who's going to be the lead and be like my love interest. But nobody wanted to do it. So this stuffed bear was the love interest in this music video.
Wow.
And I have the music video on my drive.
And if this video gets 20 likes, no, I'm kidding.
If this video gets 20,000, no,
yeah, exactly.
If this video gets any view, no, I'm just kidding. You will not see this ever. But
I'm gonna demand to see it.
I'll send it to you. It's
okay.
I have it on my drive. I actually have all my video projects from high school. But yeah, so that just also would make me feel super lonely.
That is hilarious. Travel. Solo travel. I've done that. I can agree that it can be a little lonely, but I'm also kind of I'm introverted at the same time. So there is a certain solace I get, and I like how I have just complete freedom. I'm not having to worry about anybody else. I just worry about myself.
I also it also depends on who I'm traveling with. Like if to travel with people, I need to be traveling with specific people. You know what I mean? Like
certain friends, like
certain friends who I know that I can like
trust
and bond with. Because also letting other people drive scares the daylights out of me now. No.
What are you saying?
But like, I was always scared of like people driving and like I'm gonna get in a car accident because of them driving, but also myself driving. I was hit by a car, so I just don't like driving in general. But I need to be able to like trust the people I'm in the car with either way. So like there's only like certain people I can really travel with.
In all of our travel episodes, now this was before your car accident, but in all the travel episodes, I was the one driving.
Mm-hmm. And I felt fine because I trust you.
Okay, we're good.
But like I was
gonna say I'm not driving anymore.
No, I need to like know that whoever's in the car is going to be
Right.
safe about it. And I can
What
only
about
travel
flying
with
on a
certain.
plane?
I've never been on a plane.
Just never been on a plane. I've been on like I've been on.
I don't even have a passport.
What goes on in Saskatchewan? A whole lot.
We've never gone anywhere that I needed to fly a plane. Fly on a plane. Not fly a plane, but fly on a plane.
Have you gone anywhere where you needed to fly a plane?
Yeah, I actually saved the plane from car crashing.
Yeah.
No, but I've never been on a plane.
we gotta change that.
I was supposed to.
Casey Chronicles flies to
Orlando.
Vancouver.
Orlando. I want to go see Harry Potter World.
Do you want to go to the States?
Just for Harry Potter World.
Just for Harry Potter World, and then we'll
ditch the same day.
What if we fly there? We like circle and kind of hover around.
Get a helicopter.
Well, no. Just like on the plane, it'll kind of lower, and then we'll kind of do like a little loop around Disney World, and then basically and then the flight goes back up to cruising altitude, and then we just fly home. just get a glimpse of it.
Interesting.
Like you can get your binoculars out the window, being like, oh, there's Harry Potter World, and we will now return to Winnipeg.
Anyway, next question.
Anyway, this is a good one. I like this one. Would you rather have an apartment with a view, and we'll say whatever view you want, or would you rather have a house with a yard? Let's say like a good
A house with a yard.
house with a yard. Yeah, totally.
I want a
want a
house with a fenced yard. I want a pretty looking house with
I want a
fenced-in
backyard
yard.
with that's like an enchanted forest with a grill, so I just want to barbecue.
Apartments just feel so single. Like the apartments are where you live when you're single. A house is where you live with your family.
Yeah.
So I want a house.
Yeah, houses are
Not to say that
they're just
families
better,
can't live
and
in
you-
apartments. That's just like how I associate.
and
you know what I mean?
And you own
You own a house.
a house.
You can own an apartment, but like, do you really want to own this like little
This giant
space?
commie block?
Yeah.
No.
But like, no, like, no offense to anybody who's a family that lives in apartments. I just mean like,
No.
I just mean like that's how I associate it with. Like, an apartment is where you live when you're single in your 20s, you know.
I think that's how people kind of think of like the nuclear
And a
family.
house is like where you live with a family, loved ones.
And that's
you know
like
what I mean?
your long term. That's where you're gonna
That's
like.
where you want
You're
to
gonna
stay.
die in that house. You're going to birth children and then die. in it.
Speaking of
Wait
speaking
a
of
minute.
dying. No, this
No.
is funny. This is so funny. I was home over the weekend and I was like washing my laundry. I go to put it in the dryer. So I was soaking wet laundry. This is funny. I was soaking wet laundry and I throw it in the dryer and I'm like smacking because the dryer wouldn't open. The dryer would not go for the life of me. So then my mom gets home from work. I'm like, Mom, fix it. And she's like, you just have to do this. I was like, I was doing that. She finally does it. Dryer still doesn't go. We're like, darn it, dryer's dead. And so then we go to Mooseman, which is like 30 minutes away. So my wet laundry's still sitting in the dryer and not going. And so we go to Mooseman, go to the ER, get my mom checked out, go get some supper. We're back like a couple hours later. And and then I have to text my brother who lives like 2 doors down from my parents. I'm like, can I use your dryer? My laundry's still wet. He's like, sure. Sorry, I just thought it was funny. Also, my mom's okay.
You have some of the greatest tangent stories off of like weird out of context phrases I usually say.
Also, my mom's okay. We went to the ER on Friday.
Right. Yeah. And she's good.
Yeah, so she slammed her finger in a car door. Her pinky finger. And we actually thought she
yeah,
broke
that's when
it.
you told me that.
She didn't break it, luckily, but
Good.
it was like the nail is going to fall off.
Swollen.
Like, they had to put a band-aid on, the nail is probably going to come off.
Purple.
Gross. But she's okay. And then we went for supper.
Gosh.
But
and then I got my laundry done.
and then I finally put my laundry in the dryer, and it took 2 hours in the dryer. Anyway, besides the point. Next question.
Cook at home or eat
Cook at
out?
home. I didn't even
Cook
need to hear the
at
second.
home.
I love.
Well, actually, this is ironic. Considering the whole food poisoning incident from earlier this week came from eating out, you might as well stay at home.
No, my dad was a cook at a restaurant one time. But he's just loved cooking my entire life. He will experiment. He's a caterer now. He will experiment with food. We had smoked brisket for Sunday supper, and it was so good. My dad just loves to cook, and so I gained some of that from my dad. And so my dad taught me how to cook growing up, and I just feel like I can cook better than restaurants sometimes for my taste.
I had ribs on Monday. Sorry, since we're talking about like meat and beef and whatnot, I had ribs on Monday, and that was like, ugh. No, but eating out, honestly, okay, so, well, I don't know. I can't really eat out nowadays because I always feel like crap afterwards. But honestly, historically, eating out, I just always felt like a pig afterwards because like I can't move. It's too fatty. It's too rich, and I can't move, and I don't know. And then nowadays I just feel sick whenever I eat out and eat anything out. So I just like to cook boring food at home.
I do enjoy cooking like steaks and stuff.
It's healthier for you people.
I enjoy cooking at home. But yeah, no, my dad was like, we're gonna have brisket for Sundays for Easter supper. It was so good, man.
Make me jealous.
Oh, it was so good.
I love brisket. Right?
And then we had like homemade macaroni salad. It was so good, and like buns. It was Cook at home. It's more fun.
Cook at home. Do it. Okay, now we're going to move on to pop culture and entertainment. Okay.
Cheeseburger.
Podcasts or YouTube? It's ironic because we're both.
Well, I feel like I've actively listened to both, and I listen to them both in different scenarios.
This is also a little awkward too. I usually listen to podcasts on YouTube rather than over Spotify. So how do I answer this one? But no, actually, I would say YouTube. I've been a YouTube watcher.
I think YouTube because I've watched it so much more, and
there's just an infinite amount of things to watch, and I watch like 200 different topics and niche interests.
Yeah,
that's why I'm so
and
smart.
with YouTube, you can find podcasts, so I feel like that is more universal. Yeah. I do enjoy podcasts on Spotify. Like I enjoy like crime podcasts.
Yep. And this is one thing, and this is laughably ironic to say considering what type of show we are, but I think the genre is oversaturated. Let's be honest.
For podcasts,
everyone does it nowadays.
Yeah. If anybody's got a mic and a computer, they do it, and that's not everybody should do it. But
hi.
Hopefully you don't think that of us.
We're self-aware and we're self-deprecating. That's all.
But yeah, I think YouTube is just better.
YouTube is better. To me, I think this is like which poison is less poisonous, TikTok or Instagram? Ironically, we're part of both of them, and that's a great time when we put this on hold. Let's do a social media plug really quick.
All right. Instagram and TikTok are KC_Chronicles 2024. Yeah. Go follow. We will have a post up today about some stuff. We've got some clips posted. Go follow the TikTok and Instagram. We so appreciate everybody following. Speaking of, actually, not of our email, which is KC Chronicles 2024@gmail.com. We received an email from a fan, so that was kind of cool.
I know, yeah. So fans, please keep the emails coming. We like interacting with fans. It's fun.
Well, we did the last episode on superpowers, and this person sent us an email about what they would have, and that was like the coolest thing. I was at physio today, and I got the email. I was like, oh, somebody emailed us. We really enjoy it.
Somebody did it.
Our email is KCChronicles2024@gmail.com. Yeah. The work email that you can email if you want to do your own podcast here at WCG with your friends, is WCGTV. That's WCGTV@westmancom.com. But if you want to join our podcast, you can email us directly. What else? And then obviously our YouTube, which you might be watching this on, is KC Chronicles.
Or if you're watching on Channel 12 on Westman Programming and you like this episode and you want to binge watch all of our other episodes,
we have a YouTube.
KC Chronicles, exact same name. If you want the actual handle to make it a little easier to find us, at KC Chronicles
at KC-Chronicles_2024.
Boom.
Go.
But honestly, just search up KC Chronicles and you'll find
It's the same, like, if you follow our Instagram or TikTok, or if you've seen our intro, it's the same idea. You'll know it's us.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
back to the topic at hand. What's poisonous or less poisonous, TikTok or Instagram?
What's less poisonous?
Well, it's just TikTok or Instagram, but I think it's almost a debate of like which evil is less evil.
See, the thing is, I use both actively, so it's kind of hard because I like watching TikToks for the content. I like the content on TikToks.
This one's easier for me because I'll
let you do it first.
I despise TikTok and everything it stands for on a personal level. Marketing wise, I can see why people use it. But so I'm gonna have to say Instagram, but I think Instagram is kind of booty cheeks as well.
See, I think like I use both actively, like I like both, but I think I get more out of TikTok because I watch more on it.
Sure.
Like I get content out of it, and it's another form of content.
It's more popular nowadays, so I feel like kind of the cream of the crop is going towards TikTok. Like young creators are kind of gravitating to that more.
The other reason I
Instagram.
like it is because I get recipes or like
Yeah.
it's like a shorter form of YouTube, and I think that's why I like it so
Yeah,
much.
well, it's true.
So I like getting recipes and stuff off it. I don't like I'm not saying it's the lesser of two evils. I'm just saying that I use it more for my own good purposes.
It's what you get out of it, of course.
So I would choose TikTok in this sense. I like Instagram, but I just like the videos on TikTok more, I guess.
Food and drink. That's the next topic.
Oh. I was like, food or drink? Like I have to pick one for the rest of my life?
yeah.
You can't eat for the rest of your life, or you can't drink for the rest of your life. You choose.
Dun, dun, dun. Sweet or savory?
You go first, because this is hard.
Savory.
I have such a big sweet tooth, so I'm like...
Yeah.
Like, I have a sweet tooth, but I also...
I only need... Okay, whenever I get like the craving for sweetness, all I need is just a little bit. All I need is like a glass of like sugary apple juice, and it's just like, boom, my sweet tooth is craved. Like I don't need to like gouge cake and cookies. I'm not about that.
Well, I'm not like gouging cake and cookies. I'm very much a chocolate sweet tooth. I love chocolate.
Yeah.
So like right now, okay, this is so funny.
Oh no, here we go again.
Right now in my apartment, sitting beside my bed, I have half a big bag of mini eggs and 2 big bags of M&Ms. For when I just get the craving.
With your food poisoning, you're not going home and eating that.
No,
I told her to have oatmeal and rice.
In my defense, I haven't touched it. I got those for my anniversary and I have not eaten them yet.
So I swear?
I swear. I swear. Okay. I actually, the M&Ms were from Connor for our anniversary.
Right.
Because I love M&Ms. Like, that's the one thing I could, like,
Guys,
eat a whole bunch of. Send me M&Ms, please. M&M sponsor us.
Good luck on that one.
But the mini eggs, he had like this big bag that his mom bought him, like those big bags that they buy, and he's had it forever, but he doesn't eat them very fast, and I don't either. So throughout like the time he's had them, we've eaten like about half the bag, and then he was like, we were clearing out his apartment the other day. He's like, yeah, if you want them, take them. I was like, okay, cool. But I haven't eaten any of them like since. I haven't really eaten a whole bunch since I got sick, like toast and bland stuff, but. I promise, I swear on my life, I will not go home and eat them after this.
Don't torture your insides
next week when I'm feeling better.
Yeah, just back to torture.
But back to the sweet or savory, I don't know if I could choose because I eat both. Like, I love the brisket because it was like savory, it was delicious, but I also love sweet. So I feel like I balance it out. I eat enough of both. So I don't think I could choose one over the other in this instance.
Pizza or burgers?
Pizza.
I
like burgers, don't get me wrong. But pizza's so universal, you can put anything on it. I could just eat
pizza forever. Cut this episode. Let's just go eat pizza. Like, oh my God, I just love pizza.
I want pizza.
I want pizza too.
But I feel like pizza's so universal, you can do anything with it. You can make a cheeseburger pizza.
It's rare to find someone who doesn't like pizza.
But burgers, they're very much burger.
That takes effort.
It's very much, it's the same formula. Meat, cheese, But pizza, you can do, like, it's the same formula, like cheese sauce, whatever, but you can add whatever you want to it.
Like pineapple.
Yeah. Did you, okay, this
We're
is
a pro pineapple on pizza podcast. If you don't like that, sorry.
This is the funniest thing. Did you see the comment that I left on our YouTube once?
Yeah, you had to leave this whole string of clarification because of pineapple on pizza.
If you haven't seen our over or underrated video, please go see that. We debated about pineapple on pizza for a long time. So
yeah, well, we might as well carry on the theme. Quick, rapid fire. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
The funny thing is we're actually getting pizza on Monday for the selection show, and I was in charge of ordering the kinds.
Nice.
So I did ensure that I got some ham and pineapple pizza. I did order the basics, like
Kevin and I are going to be here. We're not going to be there.
I did get the basic like pepperoni, cheese, vegetarian, all that, but I did make sure we got ham and pineapple so that I can have my ham and pineapple pizza on the day of.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm so
Love
excited.
It.
So
Love
excited.
It. I'm just looking at all these ones at once, and I'm just thinking, which one would be the best one? Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Taco. Listen, there's a reason why it's called Taco Tuesday. It's not called Burrito Tuesday. People, wake up.
I mean, burritos are good and all, but tacos are where it's at.
It's
just,
another one of those things. They're so universal.
they're so universal. You can put whatever
because
in
they're so
them.
customizable.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You can use whatever protein, whatever toppings you want. But at the same time, it's also the enjoyment of eating them. It's the experience of eating a taco. You know, a burrito's kind of boring. Tacos are fun. You can.
I wouldn't call burritos boring, but
not boring.
tacos are more exciting.
But tacos are more exciting to
reason.
eat. They're more like enticing to eat. I don't know why, but I enjoy eating them more.
Sure.
I like soft tacos because they're not like the hard tacos that break when you bite into them, but they're still like the taco shape. So it's like, it's really good.
It's like,
I make the best buffalo, like, ranch chicken tacos with with mango salsa. So it's like spicy and sweet. It's so good. Oh, I'd have to make them for you one day because they're so good. It's just like some chicken, some buffalo ranch, and this mango salsa that I learned to make at my old job because it's like the secret recipe and they let me have the secret recipe. It is so good. So you get like a little bit of
the Krabby Patty secret formula.
You get a little bit of the sweetness from the mango and then you get spiciness from the buffalo. It's so good.
Whoa. That was so intense. We're going to move on.
Y'all want a cooking
next
show?
one.
I'll make a cooking show.
I like how, okay, I'll be honest. I kind of asked some AI to spit out some ideas for me for this list.
ChatGPT probably. Thanks, ChatGPT.
Listen, it's easy.
It's
okay?
easier.
It's lazy. And I like how they called this one nostalgia and growing up.
Oh,
Just
Lord.
implying that we're immature. Sleepovers or summer camps?
Sleepovers. Summer camp always gave me anxiety because I was away from my parents.
Did we live the same lives? I swear to God, I was the exact same way. No, okay.
I went to summer camp
more
once.
debauchery, more degenerate debauchery, awful tomfoolery always happened at summer camps.
Yeah.
I always remember just hearing rumors, especially the ones where they're like away from the city, like they're in the middle of the country.
I got lost. I went to summer camp one time in my life. It was a Bible camp. Anyway.
Mine was Bible camp too.
We're just the same person.
That's what growing up in rural Canada does to you.
There was an evening, like a night game, so it was dark out.
Oh.
We got lost. Like, we ended up in somebody's pasture away from the camp. Like, we had no idea. It was me and this little group of, like, girls, and we had no idea where we were.
Wow.
I was getting stinging metal in my feet. I couldn't feel my feet. We were like, where the heck are we? We were lost.
It's like children of the corn.
And obviously at summer camp, you have no phones. You have nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, we couldn't contact the camp. We saw a light in the distance, and we saw like this place. So we started walking towards it. We thought it was somebody's house. No, we wandered back to camp. Nobody knew we were missing. Nobody cared to go look for us. Nobody knew.
The Blair Witch Project could have happened.
It was scary. And I had so much anxiety. It was 1 week, and I was away from my parents. I was so much anxiety the entire time. I was like, I'm never doing this ever again. Sleepovers, at least you're close enough.
It's kind of short and sweet. It's short
and sweet. Whether you're at your house or at the friend's house, at least I know I can go home at any moment if I have to.
I know, and it's in the city. There's more to do. Mm-hmm. To be fair, sleepovers in the country they can be fun when you're with your friends and you want to be there. Sometimes I feel like summer camps we were kind of forced to go against our will. It was just our parents' excuse to get us away for a week or a weekend. But sleepovers were a lot more willing. Mm-hmm. They don't last as long, and they're with the people that you want to do it. And usually it's like you want to go to sleepover. Yeah. I can never recall people actually wanting to go to summer camp unless like they like them and a bunch of friends made a huge pack of like, hey, let's all go to the summer camp.
It gives me so much anxiety. So I pick sleepovers any day over summer camp.
Totally.
We're just like realizing slowly but surely we're the exact same person. We live the exact same life.
Well, again, I was like, this is what like just in rural conservative Canada. It's just that's just kind of what you do. Bible camps and empty fields. That's true. That's just how it is around here.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, I don't know if this applies too much to us because I think we're a little too young for this one. But flip phones or smartphones? I remember when flip phones were
My dad had a flip phone. I never had a flip phone.
I never had a flip phone.
So I would say smartphones for this one. But my dad had a flip phone. Like seeing the flip phone was kind of cool. But I've never experienced a flip phone.
They were cool at the time.
I have never experienced having a flip phone, so I can't really answer other than
But just
smartphone.
think of how quickly, like the iPhone especially, just wiped the competition. Because like the iPhone comes out in 2007. Mm-hmm. It takes over from flip phones, but flip phones were the standard or
Yeah.
like Blackberries,
My
Nokias,
dad.
whatever. But then in like the span of I want to say like 5 years or less,
Yeah.
it goes from everyone having a flip phone
To everybody having an
BlackBerry, Nokia, and then all of a sudden gone, and it's iPhone City.
It makes sense though, because
Yeah.
smartphones were quite.
Speaking of that, let's talk about tech and trends.
Sure.
Tech and trends. Streaming or owning physical media.
So you mean like DVDs?
I can be whatever you want. See,
So like DVDs and
music,
CDs and all that stuff.
vinyls, yeah, like streaming.
See, streaming's so much easier.
It is so much easier, but there was something so special.
About having-
Blockbuster was special. We're old enough to remember like the last years of Blockbuster. There was something so special about it, and that was like after Blockbuster's heyday had settled. I imagine probably like in the 90s, 2000s, it was probably
There's
even
also
better.
just something as a kid so special about owning a bunch of DVDs. If I was a kid, I would definitely answer DVDs. If
Yeah.
as an adult, though, I think
Yeah.
streaming's just
we're
much
kind
more.
of in that kind of
We've
kind
had
of-
both.
We're in that in between phase where like we were kind of right at the end of like the generation of like DVD players and Blu-rays. Like that was kind of
Like
in
I
our
had a DVD
young
player growing up. But
Yeah, but it kind of feels like those kind of went out of style. I want to say like roughly around the time we kind of were in high school. That's when
Yeah.
it sort of it was done by that point. But
if I had to answer like now as an adult, I would say streaming because it's so much easier and like
Yeah.
less clunky things to have in your house.
I'm very much torn. It's not an easy
It's not
decision. Like
easy
I would say
decision.
streaming begrudgingly because it's more convenient.
But I would, yeah, it's definitely hard to choose that one. I think if I was a kid answering this, I would definitely say DVDs because like it was so cool to have like this movie right here ready to watch. It's kind of like the old version of streaming for children.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, but I would have to say streaming because
Yeah,
it's just a
yeah,
bit more
me too.
convenient for us now.
Texting or calling?
I prefer calling. I like talking to people. I like the voices.
It honestly depends on who I'm talking to.
That's also
There's some
true.
people I just don't want to talk
That's
to.
also true. There's people that you can just ignore over text and then you don't have to
Yeah,
worry about it.
exactly.
So that would I would
Generally,
say,
like if I was talking to like you, my best friend, a couple other
we can have like a
close
phone call,
friends,
FaceTime, whatever.
cool. Yeah, like that's totally fine. But then like I don't know, some
I
people
went to
just
go drink my water and there's nothing left in it. I like picked it up. It's okay.
No.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It,
Jinx.
it depends on the person. I would definitely
Sure,
have to say. But I
sure.
like calling. I feel like it's more personal.
Yeah, it's fair.
Texting just feels so detached.
In a way, I always don't like it. And I don't know if it's just me or not, but I have a hard time reading someone's emotions.
Oh my God.
Through text.
This is funny. My mom just puts periods after everything she texts, so we always think she's mad. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like, okay, period. I'm like, okay, like, are you mad at me? Like, am I in trouble? Like, what?
That's why, and Kenzie will vouch. When I text as if I'm like an Oxford student writing
That is
a
true.
manifesto. I separate paragraphs. I use
That is
punctuation.
true.
I spell everything correctly because I need to make sure that this is like an essay. There's no emotion in it.
We are at the field. That's how he texts.
Totally.
Anyway,
There's some I do put the odd emoji, but
Yeah.
it's mainly just again.
should look at our text messages
Essay.
from the other day. It was funny. We were talking about me stealing your money.
Oh right, that was last night, wasn't it?
That was literally yesterday, as I was dying at the school.
Yeah, you were just sending me gifts the entire time, or gifs.
You started that.
Keep talking. We're gonna verify
What's the
this.
next question?
Okay,
So I can yap about it.
travel and adventure. We're just gonna jump to a new one here. Mountains or the beach?
Mountains.
Mountains, totally.
Mostly because I feel I'm scared of the ocean.
True. I've been to Banff.
Also, the beaches.
That is the mountain experience of a lifetime.
Also, beaches, sand gets literally everywhere. You were like finding sand for the next like year.
It does. Although I will say I would recommend going to Grand Beach,
Mm-hmm.
north of Winnipeg. That is the smoothest sand you'll ever experience in your whole life. But
I'm scared
but
of.
sand still does get everywhere.
I'm scared of the ocean, and
Okay.
sometimes
Who
like,
started that?
you started the gifts.
Oh, I did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I kind of took it too far on one of those. Let's just move on. I just remembered I forgot about that, and then I looked. I was like, oh right, I forgot the conversation we had. That kind of got dark. Like banter dark, but it got dark.
We were both laughing. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it all started with me saying, "Ayo, we need to film a video.
Hey, yo, we got to film promo.
We got to film promo tomorrow."
And then we just started arguing, like in a funny way.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
What's next?
That's kind of how our conversations go.
What's next? We got a couple more minutes. Let's get a couple of good ones in.
I wonder how many more topics do we have? Oh, we have like a couple more topics. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna do like one
from each.
One from each.
One from
Okay.
each. Yep.
So now fashion and style.
Oh Lord. Colin's gonna answer that one. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Oh, here we go. I can't really speak on half of this, but tattoos or piercings. You do have way more of one than the other.
I do.
I only have one.
I'm gonna say tattoos because.
Show it up. Come on. Show the tattoos. Come on. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of tattoos.
Gen
brand
Z's
new. Brand new.
tattoos. Yeah. She got like sparkling little stars, twinkles.
It's hard
I don't know
to
if we
see,
can take
but
that in that camera, but it's yeah, she's got like stars and twinkles. It looks cool. It's like all over her.
Yeah. Anyway, I would
tattoos
pick.
are just better. They're just cooler.
I would pick tattoos only because piercing puts. Okay, they're both permanent. Let's start with that. But if you decide to take out a piercing, you have a hole in your body forever.
But doesn't it grow back after a while, or is that where you have to keep?
Depends on how long it's been pierced for. So like, if I took out pretty much any of my piercings now, it would take forever for them to grow back in, and they might not even ever grow back in. But also, I find that piercings hurt more. So,
Even though it's like a quick little.
it's not a quick sometimes.
Oh no.
So I would say tattoos because it's a more consistent pain throughout the process.
Right.
I find that my tattoos don't hurt. Like my tattoos hurt at the appointment. That's it. Like I rarely have any hurt after the appointment.
Yeah, like your arm swells up and your skin gets flaky and dry, but it's not painful.
And it also depends on the person. Like my tattoos have always healed quickly. So I've never had the pain afterwards.
Mine took about like 2-3 days of like, swelling and skin flaking and whatnot, but
my piercings, they hurt at the appointment and then they hurt for like weeks after that while they're healing. Like
and you get
sometimes
infection in there
sometimes
too.
you get infections, sometimes you get piercing bumps.
Tattoos, you can get infection, but it seems like piercings are a little more.
Piercing bumps hurt so bad.
Yeah, let's go with tattoos.
So I think tattoos are better. Like I like my piercings, but they take so long to heal and they hurt while they're healing.
And we pierce children's ears. That's a conversation. That's a conversation.
Mine were pierced when I was a child.
Yeah. You know what? I think we got time for about one or two more. Why don't we have like 3 topics left from here downward? Why don't you pick the last one? I'll let.
Let's do the last two, just for laughs and weird and whimsical, because that sounds fun.
Which topic do you want out of those? You can pick the prompt that you want. So we have weird and whimsical, or just for laughs.
Dinosaurs or dragons?
Oh snap! Okay.
Dinosaurs. I think they're cooler.
Dragons.
Dragons are cool.
Dragons. Okay, I say this because of Skyrim. I'm thinking of Skyrim dragons, and those were just the coolest thing ever.
But I think dinosaurs
blew my mind as an 8-year-old.
Like dragons aren't necessarily a real thing, whereas dinosaurs were. No, I'm not.
They're real.
They are
Yes,
real.
they are.
They're real.
They're real.
Yeah, they're real. But dinosaurs, I feel like would be so cool. I know they would kill me in 5 seconds, but they're so cool.
But I would love to have a dragon as a pet that I could ride. Like, come on.
I don't know if that would go very well. But
No. Well, I'll just go live out in the country. I'll build it a big
young man dies because he had a dragon pet.
No. It's
dragon pet.
It's a
eats
dragon.
owner.
It's a dragon that's like subservient. It loves me.
Oh, okay.
It will never hurt me.
But I think dinosaurs are super cool.
Fair. But I love dragons.
This might be one of the first times we disagreed.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I said coffee and tea. I called them both booty.
Other than Instagram and TikTok.
No, I totally dragons. Love them.
What would you pick between dragons and dinosaurs? Which one do you think would be cooler to see?
Leave it down in the comments or email us.
Send us a DM. All these forms of contact. Let us know.
Okay, this is the last one we're gonna end this on because this is a great one. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or fight one horse-sized duck?
Okay, what do you think? What's your answer? I want to know what your answer is.
I just love this question. It's so funny. Okay, so I don't know how vicious ducks are.
Yeah, they're not.
Because I'm thinking of like geese are cobra chickens that we have in Canada. If you had to fight a horse-sized one of that, you're dead.
Yeah, but
it will kill you.
That's a goose, not a duck, so that doesn't count.
Are ducks a little more?
Ducks are calm. Like ducks are usually pretty
But
chill.
ducks, they could hurt somebody, couldn't they? Or are they just
I don't really think so.
that?
I think they're just gentle.
Okay, I'm gonna fight 100 duck-sized horses because their kicks and their stomps wouldn't hurt as badly. They wouldn't send you back flying. And let's just be honest. If you just kind of kick one of them hard enough, they're probably dead. I could take them out and better.
I would choose the horse-sized duck and then make it my friend because I love ducks.
Actually, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change my answer. I'm still gonna do 100 duck-sized horses, and I'm going to train them all, and they're gonna make them an army. And I'm gonna go everywhere I can with them.
Yeah, I just imagine Cullen and 100 little horses following.
Yeah. Well, no, like you see, like when like you have like the mom and the dad geese and like all their little goslings behind them, usually in a straight line. That's how my 100 horse-sized ducks be. So like just picture me going down the street.
You mean 100 duck-sized horses?
Duck-sized horses. I would have me 100 duck-sized horses, just with like the Star Wars theme playing in the background, like dun 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 dun.
The scariest thing is I can see this in my head, and that's concerning.
It's a great image. It's a great image.
That's a fun question. Answer that question too.
Please.
Let us know what you would think, what you would do in this scenario. And that about wraps it up for our time.
One last question.
Oh, one last one.
What would you name your horse-sized duck that you would become a friend, maybe a pet?
Carl.
Carl.
I would name it Carl.
Carl, the horse-sized duck.
If you know where Carl is from, you're awesome. We like you.
You're awesome.
Because we just watched that video right before that.
That's a great reference as a childhood reference. We don't have enough time to give 100 names.
What would they all have to have the same name? What would they be?
Like, okay, I would want them all to be like rhyming. Like they would all like rhyming, right? Like Hank, Stank, Frank, Tank, Shank.
Tank. I want Tank. That's so funny. Anyway, we are running out of time.
We are out of time. That's where I'm going to cut myself off.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode. Hopefully you had fun with us and you maybe were answering them as we answered them. We really enjoy bringing you guys these episodes where we just laugh and we find it so fun.
Just having a good time.
Please tune in to the election show on the 28th.
Monday.
Every vote matters, so get out and vote.
Monday, April 28th. 7:30 p.m. WCGTV YouTube channel. We'll be live streaming it. It'll be available on, I think, Channel 12.
I think it's on the channel
programming as well. Don't quote me on that. But it'll be available. And again, in collaboration with AC and WCGTV. Go watch, get out and vote. Do it.
Exercise your right to vote because every vote matters. And yeah, I think that's it for us today. We really appreciate you guys joining us. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your week, whatever you're having. And pray for me that I don't die from this food poisoning.
Well, considering I think you made it past the worst of it, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. So, join us on April 28th, and we can't wait to see you next time. So until then, goodbye from Kenzie and Cullen.